Literally, I've already done like 2 hours of driving today.
I was just looking at you.
Now you were looking that way.
No, because I wanted to turn my head slowly.
I'm looking at you, Logan.
That's a terrible reference, Corey.
Wait, you referenced?
Reference to what I did.
And
Yeah, kid.
yeah,
7-year-old.
duh.
Ready?
Grief brought sin in. Isaiah chapter 25 to 26. King Jesus, you're holy and wonderful, amazing. Let me take this moment to just look at your beautiful, amazing gloriousness. Thank you for this beautiful day that even when it's nice and warm, we don't have to worry about where we get water. We don't have to worry about where we get food. We just enjoy the springs of Eden. May we take our delights and always go, how do we utilize it to call other people to see the Eden way? The way we're clinging to you, King Jesus, where humanity and life is living and co-ruling, where no one is usurping authority and dominion over the other, but living in just love and harmony, like you do in the Trinity. We look to you, and as we read the terrible compromises of the Israelites and then the prophets you sent to call them out of that, and ultimately they didn't listen. But nonetheless, it was always pointers, signposts to you, O King Jesus. And then you, O King Jesus, said, hey, these ancient writings all point towards me. So please reveal to us what it means by pointing to you. Amen. God, grief brought it in. Yahweh, you are my God. I will exalt you. I will confess your name, because you have done something extraordinary. Plans from a distant time, truthfulness, truth, because you have made out of a city a heap, a fortified town into a ruin. The citadel of foreigners is no longer a city. It won't be built up ever. Therefore, a strong people will honor you. A town of violent nations will revere you, because you have been a refuge for the poor person, a refuge for the needy person in his trouble, a shelter from rain, a shade from heat. When the spirit of the violent was like winter rain, the din of aliens like heat in the desert. You subdue the heat with a cloud shade. The music of the violent fades away. And Yahweh armies will make for all peoples on this mountain a party with rich foods, a party with aged wines, juicy rich foods, refined aged wines. He will destroy on this mountain the layer of wrapping, the wrapping over all the peoples, the covering that is spread out over all the nations. He will have destroyed death forever. My Lord Yahweh will wipe the tears from on all faces. The disgrace of his people he will take away from all the earth, because Yahweh is the one who has spoken. On that day, one will say, there, this is our God. We waited for him and he delivered us. This is Yahweh. We waited for him. Let's celebrate and rejoice in his deliverance, because Yahweh's hand will rest on this mountain. Moab will be trodden down in its place, like the treading of straw at Madmenah. It will spread out its hands in its midst, as a swimmer spread his hands to swim. Yahweh will bring down its majesty with the spoils of its hands, the towering fortification of its walls. He will have laid low, brought down, knocked down to the earth, right to the dirt. On that day, this song will be sung in the country of Judah. We have a strong city. He makes walls and ramparts into deliverance. Open the gates so that the faithful nation may come in. One that keeps truthfulness, a mind that is sustained, you keep in well-being. In well-being, because it is filled with trust in you. Trust in Yahweh forever, because in Yahweh is a lasting crag, because he has laid low the people who live in the height. The towering town he brings down. He brings it down right to the earth. knocks it down right to the dirt. The foot treads it down. The feet of the lowly person, the souls of the people of the poor. All right. Any themes stood out to you? Any themes stood out to you? I love this future playing. A lot of things before was dealing with the pride, the arrogance, the evil of the nations, Jerusalem itself. And here's a time where it's definitely Yahweh's rule, where death, what was that? Death is destroyed. He will have destroyed death forever. Amen. Let it come.
Nice.
Speaking of abundance, Bro and I, for weekly takeout, went to Wingstop yesterday. And we came out with mountains of food. Because of that, also that wheel that you do the survey and you can spin the wheel. We were able to feed me, him, and we shared it then Robin and Bailey and Brendan. It was awesome. Huh? Like 5 extra pieces of chicken wings,
Glorified chicken nuggets.
corn, and what was the third one? And fries, and that more fries. So and it was also Tuesday, and so let me just finish this last point, and then we continue, okay? So it was also Tuesday, so we got the $16 meal, which was like 20 wings and a large fry and 3 dipping sauce. Then we got, it's funny, I'm sharing this. I feel like I'm just acting like I'm. And then also on Tuesdays, they have 2 chicken strips for $2. So we're able to get like 20 wings, 4 chicken strips, 2 large fries, 5 extra wings, and corn for everyone. Yeah, not sponsored. Just that was my experience. In a movie called Grace is Gone, Grace is a sergeant in the Army on active service. Her husband, Stan, looks after a supply store back home. One morning, the feared and terrifying visit comes from Army representatives with the task of telling Stan that Grace has been killed in action. Without explaining why he is doing so, he takes his 2 daughters on a car ride that turns into a spontaneous trip to the 8-year-old's favorite place, a Florida amusement park. So he's talking about a movie called Grace is Gone. So I guess Grace is a sergeant, and her husband Stan looks like Grace. So his wife, died, and now they took a trip to an amusement park. Like I think he's about to spill the beans. On the way, they stopped at his mother's house, where his brother is staying. Stan's 12-year-old is old enough to realize there's something mysterious about the strange journey and her father's uncharacteristic behavior. It's only at the end of the entire trip that Stan can face telling his daughters the news. Doing so, of course, involves facing it himself. How we long for the day when God will destroy the face of wrapping, the shroud that people put over their faces as a sign of mourning. So that the face of wrapping, okay. So it's a shroud to show that you're mourning. Okay. He'll destroy over the mountains the layer of wrapping, the wrapping over all the peoples. So even the mourning of death will be gone. That's legit. How we long for a day when God will destroy the face of wrapping. The shroud that people put over their faces as a sign of mourning, when God has destroyed dying forever and wiped away the tears of people like Stan and his daughters. Israel is only too familiar with invasion and defeat, with the experience of losing people and more. One of the most horrifying of its stories concerns an event a century after Isaiah's day, when the Babylonians captured the last king of Jerusalem, Zedekiah, and blind him. But first they kill his son before his eyes, so that the sight of their death is the last thing he ever sees. The prophecy knows that other peoples go through the same pain. People in the United States and Europe know at the time I write that Iraqis and Afghanis and members of the Taliban go through the same pain as they do. The prophecy promises that God won't merely destroy the wrapping over Israelite faces, but the wrapping over all the peoples, the covering that spread out over all the nations. He will wipe the tears from all faces. Chapters 24-27 continues to maintain the dynamic of chapters 13 to 23, as they interweave warnings about judgment on the world with promises of restoration for the world, as chapters 13 and 23 interwove warnings about disaster for individual nations with invitations to those nations to seek Yahweh. At the same time, the section begins from the fact that ending grief will issue from God's taking action to put down the oppressors who generate war and cause the grief. It presupposes that God's fulfilling the promise to destroy the great imperial capital. It will be this act that shows Yahweh to be a refuge for the needy in the shade from the heat. The middle paragraph also affirms that individual nations choose their destiny. Maybe the reason for singling out Moab for mention is the temptation offered by the place named Madmenah. There are places with a name of this kind in Judah and in Moab. It's also the Hebrew word for a cesspit. It thus gives the prophet the chance to indulge in a wondrously scatological image for Moab's fate. Any people will be wise to substitute its name for Moab and to make sure it qualifies as a people that is looking to Yahweh rather than one that ends up with the fate described here. The positive aspect to God's promise is the vision of the party to end all parties on Mount Zion. That element is one feature suggesting that this vision reinstates the earlier one of nations flocking to Jerusalem in Isaiah 2. It also implies the reversing of Israel's humiliation. People who have seen Israel's defeated and exiled will see Israel's honored as the banquet happens on Mount Zion. It's not surprising that the visions in chapter 24-27 interweave promises with acts of praise. The section begins and ends that way. The third paragraph notes that it's the faithful nation that can come into the strong city that Yahweh makes a safe place for people. That qualification points once more to the way a nation has to make its decisions to be a people that turns to Yahweh after it's to avoid Moab's fate. Israel itself has to make sure it's a people of that kind. Where does one look for the fulfillment of these great promises? We still live in a world characterized by oppression, arrogance, hatred, conflict, death, and mourning. Thus, the last chapters of the Bible. Ready for last country? Thus, the last chapters of the Bible, Revelation 19:22, take up these words from Isaiah and promising a day when God will finally judge the imperial powers, wipe away tears, and invite people to his banquet. Yet Israel also knew times when it saw some fulfillment of the vision, as God put down Assyria and Babylon, delivered Jerusalem, and comforted his people, while Revelation assumes that Jesus brings some anticipation of the vision fulfillment, as well as confirming that its final fulfillment will arrive. All right, anything said to you? You? All I'd say is amen to all that. That's good stuff. Come, Lord. Wipe away the tears and strike down the oppressors. Amen. All right. We can start, my friend.
Oh crap. No,
Is there a game that's you're like game wanting to play? No? Just here? Cool. How's the headphones treating you? I was thinking I've heard a lot of reports where like those kind of headphones are not good in hot areas. They like cause a lot of sweat. So I've actually been looking at earbuds for when we start traveling, since Thailand's like a really hot area. Yeah. 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 I never thought I'll be going getting earbuds. Yeah, like I like.
It's 100 degrees outside. You're gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Sweating.
putting on that fan. Putting on. Actually, I point at the fan. Putting on those headphones, and I need like a fan on me sometimes because it's a lot. All right, I came here to sell. You ever got a chance to play any of the Elder Scrolls games? No Skyrim? I got really into it or just yeah, it's crazy like playing this game because I was like, wait, I never did this. And so like there's like a huge quest line. It's like when I was younger, I had the hardest time because Morrowind, Oblivion, specifically Skyrim like really holds your hand. But like you actually have to like read and look at maps to find stuff, especially Morrowind. Morrowind is just like they don't hold your hand whatsoever. Like they just tell you, and you got to hope you remember that conversation, or you have to like look through this huge logs of conversations you've had. And so like now, you know, I have my brain's a little better at engaging said stuff. Clearing. Alchemy is like one of the best ways just to make money in this game. You just get a bunch of ingredients and you can just then like start yeah, make it into just whatever potions. Just spent a whole bunch of my money on like on high-end spells. Yeah, it's like I played Morrowind when I was like super young.
Oh, crap.
That's a good question. Like early 2000s. Yeah, it'll be too late. 2006. About around there. Yeah, so like I bought it and like it was too much for my like gateway home computer, and so I remember I took it to David's, and that's where I played. And I was like, whoa, just like all the opening scenes, a 3D. I was like, oh my god, it is. There's a yeah, there's actually a project called Skywind that I'm looking forward to, which is like Morrowind but in the Skyrim engine. But then there was Sky Oblivion.
No.
But then it all of a sudden stopped like a year or two ago, which makes sense because they didn't tell us why. But so I guess this Skywind all of a sudden just stops. Well, you know, we'll know why.
Yeah, buddy. I survivor again.
You have the last nice. He's playing like a Roblox Dead by Daylight. And I was like telling him, dude, it's like he'll like keep on walking like in the middle of roads. Like, dude, you gotta hug the walls, hug those corners. Zip zap, and he's like destroying. Yes? Oh, look at that. You wanna watch it? Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, Daddy's done reading. All right, I'll hurry through this so you can see some action. Came here for the action core, not watch you go through list of ingredients.
Okay, how can I miss that?
Oh,
Get away,
this is the onion.
bro.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, gotta clean my inventory. Whatever, I'll sell it. So, is like the sound quality, like for those headphones, like, is it noticeable? Have you tried out the ANC, the active noise canceling? How's that? Is it like, do you feel like it actually like? It's just the music. Do you hear like a buzzing at all? Like if it makes it too high? No. Yeah, since I'm like, yeah. Actually, like, I'm looking at because the earbuds, the Pro 2 are actually at Costco. They're for 200. Mm-hmm. Have you had them before? I mean, the Pro 2s are just 200. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what I'm thinking of doing? So I'll get the... Oh, you don't like those? So what's cool is that you... Yeah. Well, yeah, so I think like... I think I'm gonna get... Because I'm leaving for the trip later today, so... Like, I'm airplaning over to Missouri because for security training. And I'm thinking of probably getting something like that. I'm not like set stone, but also you could actually get like, there's companies that make like tips that like you put a mold in your ear and then it'll be like custom tips that like make it so it fits perfectly your ear. Yeah. Just return it too.
It's good to... Samuel Bentian, you have a look around. You won't find better prices
Yeah.
in all
The thing is, if I probably would never have gotten them if I didn't have an iPhone. But since I have an iPhone, there's like there's a lot of that features that come. Like the fact that you could just click a button and then it finds it for you, you know? Like that's pretty cool.
Okay, maybe don't come at me.
I'm kind of prone at losing stuff.
No.
That's a fair deal. A good price. That seems...
I literally just like got accepted to the Mage Guild, and then like when you get accepted to the Mage Guild, they just let you have access to like mostly everything they have in the building. So I was like, shoink, shoink, shoink. And I like maxed out my weight. So now I'm like, you caught me like right when I got here, and like we had to go, and I'm like,
you gotta
stop the. I need to clean my inventory. Look at that, 13 of those.
Deal there. You got a great deal. You drive a... You drive... You got a good... That seems... You got a great... You've made a good bit of gold.
Jar. I already have, you know, all that stuff, all that spells I bought, and I like pretty much lost all my money. I already have like
Please
half my money
return
back.
soon. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Why really bought him? What the heck?
It is good to see. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. That seems...
Toasty.
Excellent bargain.
It's actually really nice being near the screen door. Yeah, we also keep cooking things in there.
An excellent bargain. You've made a good bit of gold. You got a great deal. You've made a good bit of gold.
I heard the Bose earbuds have really good onk. But
A fine transaction. That's a fair deal. A fine You got a great deal. You got a...
BOSE. Bose. Yeah.
Come back and
It's like the Ultra. It's like the Ultra.
I would gladly let you invest in my shop. The extra... Let's do business.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Please return soon. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's the Ultra, yeah, the Ultra Comfort earbuds I'm thinking of getting.
Why is he bringing him over here? What the heck, bro?
Are they 400? I don't know. Dude, it's ridiculous. There's those Ultra, not the Ultra Open. It's like Ultra Comfortable or something like that. I think so. It's like maybe Pro, maybe the Pro version. Yeah, it's a Quiet Comfort like Ultra or Pro or something like that. There's like a super version, if I remember right.
Watch back get juked so bad.
Your Duke him again? Oh, you're not. Yeah, hang a little closer.
Maybe his bro's smarter than he looks.
Gotcha. Oh, I guess I'm fine.
No.
Magic. All right, let's mute you. Yeah. Hmm.
Do your worst.
I'm just so slow. Ah.
Huh? Huh? I'd better cut down on the ale. Starting to see things, I am. Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Come here. You can't.
Nothing to worry about, I guess.
What?
Just my eyes playing tricks
I
on me.
blocked him. What the heck? No, 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 no.
Huh?
Oh. Can I summon that? I don't have enough. He just ran her. And their drain is affecting me like crazy. What did they put on me? Drain health. Oh, they did drain health and drain mat. Dang, 50 point. I gotta dispel that. It was funny. So for the mage guild, you have to like go through all the, like every province and get like a recommendation from each like local guild leader. And there's one where the guild leader got there because she like knows people and they put her like has no magic, and so all the local people pulls pranks on her. So one of the pranks, one of her underlings just disappeared, and she's like, I'll recommend you if you find him. And it turns out he just made himself invisible for a couple days. And so then I talked to the other guy, yes, we'll totally help you find him if you like help us with this prank. And I was like, I found him, just dispelled him. Like they're like, oh, like you're supposed to do the prank. I just love how the game had that written where you could just like foil the prank. Like, I don't have time for. Don't pull me in your prank. Oh yeah, I came here to get the spell. There it is.
Okay. Well, how's the best one?
Ooh. Oh, it looks like I need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
In Morrowind, have you ever gotten to the person who, when you're just exploring, you just hear, ah! No. So someone was doing, like, experimenting, making them, like, jump really super high. And so you can, you could, like, accidentally launch yourself in Morrowind. If you pick it up and use it. Oh, it looks like I need to get a key. Oh, there we go. I just walked by her. Guess something killed her. Oh, that. I laugh at the way my guy runs. Can I dive? Can. I do love how I can have a torch in the water though. I should probably cast water breathing. I was already here. Yeah, that was useless. All right. You want to go pick up someone? Is that Ethan? I kind of tell now because you guys kind of have like this tit for tat relationship. Does it ever get too much? Oh wait. I think like was it like last week? I was like I asked that question like wait last week I felt like it got a little too much. I feel cold out.
Ah! I swear, this is the whole.
He wants you to join the most toxic Roblox game.
I want to know it.
What have we here? Another plaything? You'll dance for me, little one. Yes, you will. I'll make your corpse dance and then tear itself apart.
Boop. Come on. Oh, it's one, of course. Wait, what? Oh, it's my favorites.
What's the matter? Getting tired? Die!
Happened to you?
Whatever it was, it's gone now. Die, damn you!
Paul's hacking. There's a Non, moi je dis que l'attribution. Moi je veux que l'attribution. L'attribution.
You out? Ooh. Ooh. I'll see you at youth group, my friend. Unless you just decide to come back, which I don't think you are.
Speak.
Speak.
Hello.
Greetings, apprentice.
Well,
What? Ileta and Zarasha dead. I can't believe it. They've never been so bold before now. Always hiding in the shadows, staying away from the guild. What could have prompted this? I'll need to speak to the council about this. Thank you for relaying the information. Now tend to your staff and your wounds if necessary. Delmar at the Kiranasium can help you with the staff. See him right away. Now that you have the wood, speak with... The Mages Guild runs more or less like it... You shall
Samuel
have a true
Bantian
mage's
used to be a
staff.
wild one. They say he used to be quite the locksmith.
he's calmed down a lot. Can still teach you how to pick a lock, though.
Goodbye.
What? Take care.
I know you're busy, but I need a moment of your time.
Take care. Greetings to you.
Hail. Welcome to Enchanting City. Real eyeful. Just walk and gawk. Yes. This is a big step for you, friend, whether you know it or not. Now you'll need to decide what sort of staff you're looking for. Something that fits you and your abilities. Enchanting staves can be a tricky business. Only certain spells will be truly useful to you, so let's start with the school. There are 3 things I can enchant the staff with. Soul Trap, Telekinesis, and Dispel. This staff will allow you to trap the souls of enemies you defeat. There are 3 options for illusion. With this staff, you'll render others in... This staff... Right.
Help when I need it.
Welcome to the... I'm working. If you're looking to create your own...
What was I?
Things in the Guild of... Be seeing you.
Martina Floria, master in... I like cities, and this is the biggest and the best. All races, cultures, cuisines, crafts. The city has them all. Kudai will do anything to help her girls out. Take care. Look at the muscles on you.
How do you do?
The Tiber Septim Hotel is a nice place. It's not cheap.
I can't imagine that there's a finer establishment in the entire city.
So I've heard.
Sora Serenum sure seems upset. I think he lost something important.
I've heard others say the same.
Heard any news from the other province?
Nothing I'd like to talk about. I've been hearing disturbing tales about Oblivion gates opening all across Cyrodiil. I hope it's just wild talk.
Why, I never knew.
Of course.
I heard the gauntlets of the Crusader are gone from the...
It can't be.
Sure.
Is there anyone in the city who knows more about heavy armor than Van... No.
He's as good as you'll find in the city when it comes to heavy armor.
Goodbye.
You too.
Hello?
How are you?
Good luck to go there. I've heard others say the same.
I've heard others say the same.
Hi. I used to think you were a hero. I can think of 3. The Hersine Shrine. The Mafala Shrine is north. I've heard there's a Vermina. It's a simple job. Go get a journal from Fallen Rock Cave. Good day.
Well, I would gladly let you invest in my shop. Hey, have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. You've made a good bit of gold. A fine transaction. You've made a good bit of gold. An excellent deal. That's a good deal. Thank you for your... Good day.